Reports are now circulating that Tyler Perry may have finally reached his breaking point with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and the reason being discussed is a reported unpaid $14 million loan. Back in early 2020, when the Sussexes stepped away from royal duties and landed in California, it was Perry who reportedly opened the gates of his Beverly Hills mansion to them. He provided security, privacy, and something even more valuable in Hollywood, credibility. At a time when the couple needed allies, Perry stood firmly in their corner. But according to insiders quoted in multiple outlets, that relationship has allegedly fractured. The claim? Perry loaned the couple $14 million and has not been repaid. One source bluntly described the situation by saying he's done, adding that he has tried to help but can't even get his calls returned. If true, this would mark more than just a financial disagreement. It would represent a significant rupture with one of their most powerful Hollywood supporters. Financial pressure mounting? Concerns about the Sussexes' finances are not entirely new. In 2024, a French television documentary titled Harry and Meghan, Royal Business reportedly examined their income streams and lifestyle costs. The conclusion suggested that, even under generous estimates of their major contracts, their current wealth might sustain their lifestyle for roughly 2 decades, assuming steady income. But steady income has not been the reality. Their Spotify deal ended early, with industry criticism making headlines. Their partnership with Netflix reportedly continued, but on terms widely believed to be scaled back from the original announcement. Meanwhile, the large-scale entertainment projects expected to follow have not materialized at the level many predicted in 2020. Hollywood insiders have increasingly described a mismatch between spending habits and revenue flow, the perception being that their lifestyle reflects billionaire status, while their earnings are structured more like high-end celebrity millionaires. The royal wealth misconception: there's also a widespread misunderstanding about royal finances. Many assume that being a prince guarantees unlimited wealth. In reality, younger royals, especially those who step away from official duties, do not receive open-ended funding. Without access to duchy revenues or state-backed financial support, they must rely on private earnings. After relocating to Montecito, the couple purchased a $14.7 million estate. Maintaining that property, alongside private security, staff, travel, and operational costs, is estimated by observers to run into the millions annually. Even a $3 million yearly baseline cost creates pressure if consistent revenue isn't secured. The Montecito mansion has, for some critics, become symbolic, luxurious, but financially demanding. Staff turnover and business struggles. Another point frequently mentioned in reports is staff turnover. Nearly 24 employees are said to have departed over the past few years. High turnover can be expensive and destabilizing, adding recruitment and severance costs to an already complex operation. Meanwhile, the couple's charitable organization, the Archwell Foundation, has faced scrutiny over spending patterns and financial disclosures. While no formal wrongdoing has been established, public questions about nonprofit operations can affect reputation and donor confidence. The Diana factor: with commercial partnerships under pressure, reports suggest that Netflix's continued interest may hinge on a deeply personal and highly marketable project, a documentary centered on Diana, Princess of Wales, timed around the 30th anniversary of her death in 2027. From a business standpoint, the logic is clear. Diana remains one of the most globally recognized and emotionally resonant figures in modern history. Any project involving her legacy, particularly from her son's perspective, would attract enormous global attention. However, critics argue that revisiting her story for commercial streaming could be controversial, especially within royal circles. The bigger question: if the reported tension with Tyler Perry is accurate, the issue extends beyond money. Perry represented more than financial support. He symbolized Hollywood acceptance at a pivotal moment. If that alliance is cooled, it raises a larger question: who remains firmly in their corner? Whether the loan story proves fully accurate or not, the broader narrative suggests increasing pressure, financially, professionally, and reputationally. The Sussex experiment in California was launched with immense anticipation and global spotlight. 6 years later, the results appear far more complicated than originally envisioned. And in Hollywood, silence can sometimes speak louder than headlines. From a strictly commercial perspective, leveraging the legacy of Diana, Princess of Wales may be one of the few truly irreplaceable assets available to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Diana's global recognition, emotional resonance, and historical significance cannot be duplicated by Hollywood marketing alone. However, reports suggest that this strategy carries a deeply personal cost. According to sources cited by Radar Online, Prince William is said to view Meghan's involvement in any Diana-focused project as crossing a personal boundary. Insiders claim he believes that shaping or profiting from their mother's memory in this way would represent a betrayal. While such claims remain unverified, the language attributed to palace sources suggests intense emotion and a widening divide between the brothers. From Harry's reported perspective, telling his mother's story is a son's right, not something requiring approval from the royal establishment. Some sources claim he feels the institution forfeited moral authority over Diana's narrative when it failed to protect her during her lifetime. Whether that argument holds legal or ethical weight is unclear, but the disagreement appears fundamental. The central controversy, according to reports, is not the documentary itself, but Meghan's alleged behind-the-scenes role. For critics within royal circles, that detail transforms irritation into something closer to a permanent rupture. The question now becomes whether a streaming platform would move forward with a project opposed by the future king, and what that tension could mean for existing partnerships. Hollywood doors quietly closing? The Diana Project debate unfolds alongside broader reports of professional difficulty. Industry chatter suggests Meghan has pitched multiple content concepts to streaming executives, including seasonal or holiday-themed programming, without securing approval. While rejection is common in entertainment development, repeated refusals may signal a cooling enthusiasm. Her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, has also reportedly faced challenges. Claims have surfaced about significant unsold inventory, though official explanations describe expansion planning rather than weak demand. Critics argue that scaling globally before establishing strong domestic footing contradicts standard business strategy. Supporters counter that brand building often requires long lead times and upfront investment. Regardless of interpretation, the gap between early expectations and current outcomes appears notable. Comparisons to other royal financial struggles. Some commentators have drawn parallels between the Sussex situation and financial controversies involving Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Media reports previously claimed Andrew relied on financial assistance from family members to resolve legal matters, leading to public scrutiny. The comparison, while imperfect, highlights a recurring theme. When royals step outside institutional structures, sustaining high-cost lifestyles without state backing becomes complicated. Wealthy friends, private loans, and family support can bridge gaps, but such arrangements often invite speculation. If reports about tension with Tyler Perry are accurate, it may indicate that at least one prominent ally has reached his limit. Whether that signals a broader shift in support remains unknown. Isolation and social strain beyond business matters. Reports also suggest social networks around the couple have thinned. Some British friends are said to rarely visit California. Certain Hollywood figures who once appeared publicly supportive have become less visible in Sussex circles. While celebrity friendships often fluctuate, reduced visibility can fuel narratives of isolation. Sources quoted in tabloids claim Harry has experienced regret or homesickness. Others suggest he has approached King Charles III for assistance. None of these reports are officially confirmed, but the speculation underscores a perception that the California transition has been more turbulent than originally anticipated. Isolation can create strategic blind spots. Without trusted advisors willing to challenge decisions, course corrections become harder. If setbacks accumulate without candid feedback, patterns may repeat. Possible future scenarios. If current trends continue, observers often outline 3 potential paths forward. 1. Reconciliation with the palace. A renewed working relationship with the royal family, even in limited form, could stabilize finances and public standing. This would likely require compromise on all sides. 2. Financial restructuring, downsizing property, reducing staff, and scaling back lifestyle costs could improve sustainability. Though such moves might spark headlines, they could represent practical long-term planning. 3. Continued reinvention or strain. The couple may pivot creatively, secure new ventures, and rebuild momentum. Alternatively, sustained financial and reputational pressure could test even strong partnerships. Public life amplifies private stress. What appears certain is that the current trajectory demands adjustment. Whether through strategic reinvention, reconciliation, or restructuring, change seems inevitable. As always, much of this narrative is built on anonymous sourcing and media speculation. The full reality behind closed doors may look very different. So, what do you think? Is this really about protecting Diana's legacy, or is it about control, power, and money behind the scenes? If Prince William truly draws the line over this Netflix deal, it could change everything for Harry and Meghan. And if Hollywood doors continue closing, the pressure will only grow louder. One thing is certain, this story is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Whose side are you on? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next royal twist could drop at any moment. See you in the next update.